What's up, Gemini? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting May 5th, 2025. Gemini, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. I appreciate you. The deck that I am using will be listed in the description box. And actually, I had to switch decks because the deck that I used for Taurus, I didn't like that deck too well. The card stock was flimsy and it was just, not good. So I switched over. And now I'm using a different deck here. So really shuffling up this deck here to perform your readings for next week. What is the potential energy here for Gemini? What is coming up for my twins? Not reading reversals, Gemini, by any chance here. What is the potential energy for Gemini? All right, let's give this a cut here and begin your messages. All right, so first up, we're not reading reversals. We got one of the big money cards here. And the Nine of Pentacles as well as the Knight of Pentacles is the only two cards in any tarot deck that I personally will refer to as financial independent, seeking it or you already are. So this still has a lot of other energy here, Gemini, that I need to speak about. So it could be for any Gemini this week who lands a promotion, who lands a job offer, who gets substantial pay raises or bonus money. This is also too, of course, the recognition of some sort of hard work and efforts that you put into a situation. Now, that could be coming from the work that you do straight from your employer, and you get recognized through that promotion, through that pay raise, through that bonus money. Also, it could be something that, outside of work for you, Gemini, that you worked on. And now it's just time for you to sit back and relax and enjoy. Okay. I also regard this, I'm sorry, I was going to say Six of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles has spending and splurging. So anytime you have access to this type of money and you want to purchase something or you want to treat yourself to something or others to something, you're not to feel guilty about it. This is a card that always comes through as a reminder that, hey, you know what? You've earned something. Now it's time for you to be rewarded. Also, too, because it is the Nine of Pentacles, that means there could be many other options that open up for you in other areas of your life. So always be on the lookout for that energy. All right, so anything opportunistic. Nine of Pentacles, following that, Six of Wands. Six of Wands, of course, generally you are moving towards something positive, Gemini, or that energy is moving towards you. Associated with the Six of Wands is victory and success, and you can attach that energy to anything that's going on for you this week. And some of my twins may be traveling or thinking about traveling this week. And if you are, you're going to be safe to and from. Following the Six of Wands, now we have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is a good card to receive because it's about emotional, well, it represents love, happiness, and relationships. Normally family, okay? Um, so it could be, any forms of celebration going on here. So you could be celebrating someone's birthday, anniversary, being invited out to a party. It could be someone's wedding. Even number of cups. Emotionally, what you put out there this week is what you're going to get back in turn. That's the intent. Also, too, because the Ten of Cups is in the group of those cards that I always mention that if you receive it in your spread, then you're already benefiting from some sort of fulfillment, satisfaction, could be emotional love or whatever, from family members, friends, or romantic partners. Following the Ten of Cups here for you, Gemini, now we have the Two of Pentacles, so you're juggling two things. Now, this could be any Gemini that I'm reading for that could be working two jobs, got two things going on, or the most simplest thing, it still could be a small pay raise that comes through, or you're balancing out your checkbook. Not a big deal. Following that, now it's the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is rest, relaxation, rejuvenation, and detaching your energies normally from things that you have become attached to. And, you could just simply take a day off from work just to, like a personal day and just do something for you. Detaching from the job, detaching from all relationships, and just focusing the energy on you, quieting your mind, replenishing your energies. Could be reclaiming your independence or your happiness or whatever. So, but because the Four of Swords is here, and I always talk about that, you could be, if it was by itself, in the spread, planning future trips, but we have a movement card here, the Six of Wands. So some of you twins may be planning and tripping this week. All right, so following the Four of Swords, then we have the major arcana Temperance. Temperance is good because she comes in to restore balance, peace, bring back harmony. Okay, she does all of that. But also, too, it could be for some Geminis that I'm reading for, again, having to pull back your energy. It could be connected to the source of the Four of Swords, having to detach your energies and just focusing the energy on yourself. Being very, very mindful of taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, and, those things, your wants and your desires, taking care of those needs. And it's not a selfish act, Gemini. It's something that we all need to do from time to time. Um, and, this week may be calling for you to do that and just do it. Okay, this is a very powerful major arcana. This also, too, represents relationships. Um, this is just pulling that energy back to, care for yourself, nurture yourself, love yourself, you know. Also, it could be, some of you twins or Geminis that I'm reading for spending some time outdoors. The weather is getting nice depending on where you live. And, this could be regarded as Mother Nature and just being outdoors and enjoying God's beauty, Mother Nature. Following that, now we have the major arcana, the Fool. Okay, take that leap of faith, Gemini, for whatever it is that you are apprehensive about, that you could be apprehensive about or fearful of. The universe is going to support you. Okay, so, step out there and seek some sort of excitement or adventure. All right, and just know that you will be supported. This is a new beginning. The Fool always represent new beginnings. So even if you don't have anything planned or lined up to do, there is always something that could open up for you in terms of a new beginning in some aspect. So definitely be on the lookout for that energy. Up next, now we have the Empress card. This is the card that mirrors over there to that Temperance card. And so the Temperance and the Empress card is what I regard. This is just me, Gemini. This is just me as a reader. Regard as, again, focusing your energy on yourself this week. Okay, it sits underneath the Ten of Cups, so it doesn't really mean anything. It could be that you know have some dealings to do with family or some sort of commitments to do with family, romantic partners or platonic friendships, but still find some time to take care of your own needs and your own wants, treating yourself, being definitely respectful towards yourself. This is a card I always regard as a card of beauty. So the other strong points of this Empress is there's pregnancy news that could be around you, Gemini, and also someone giving birth to a child. Also something new, growing, developing, or expanding is also around you. It sits underneath the Ten of Cups. It could be someone's family, addition to someone's family. All right, so could be going to hairdresser appointments, as I always see in this card here. Physical exercise, eating healthier, anything in terms of could be internal treatments, external treatments, could be detoxing, all of that. That's you taking care of yourself, okay? Being at peace while you're doing it and loving yourself as well. All right, just like the Temperance card, Mother Nature, being outdoors, enjoying Mother Nature and God's beauty. Following that, we have the Two of Swords. So there's a decision to be made this week, Gemini. Reduce that energy down to one. You're not, she's blindfolded though, however, but you can figure your way out. But there's a choice to be made, and you just have to narrow that choice down to one. This is my same-sex loving energy. And then also, too, I always read that there could be not only that you're feeling a little anxious about making a choice or a decision, feeling like you're at a crossroad, but could be just out and about, traveling and whatnot, and there's some sort of road construction, and there's an alternative path for you to take. Following the Two of Swords here for you, Gemini, now we have the major arcana, the Chariot. That's very positive. Okay, so the Chariot here Definitely could mean, again, as a force of energy stronger than the Six of Wands, that you're moving towards something positive or something that you're already involved in is already in a positive direction. Okay. So, but it still could be that you're moving towards something positive or that energy is positively moving towards you. The traveling aspect comes in stronger. So you could be traveling again, sits underneath the Four of Swords, which I already said we had a movement card of the Six of Wands. If you are, you're going to be safe to and from. Now, the Nine of Pentacles here, cross mirrors over there to that. It could be that someone is having a choice to make between a car vehicle, a purchase of a car vehicle. So it could be that, or it could be, anything involving car repairs, major or minor. I always say this: don't be the Gemini that gets behind the wheel or the source of any vehicle and disregard the speeding limit, because you will end up with a moving violation. The other benefit here of the Chariot is that I equate this with the Star card, the other major arcana. So anything that you're hoping for, wishing for, praying for may manifest for you this week. And also, too, all the other stuff that falls underneath the Star's energy that relates to um, stargazing, dream journaling, meeting someone famous, your own psychic energies expanding. Well, maybe that's why the Empress is here, mirrors over here. Something developing, expanding, something growing. So it could be your own psychic energy. Um, I did mention that you can meet somebody famous, and then social media and social networking, all of that. All right, so additional messages here for you, Gemini. We got now we got the Ten of Pentacles. So the money is looking strong here. So Ten of Pentacles is another big money card here. This is about inheritance, feeling abundant. This could be any source of, pay raises, promotions, bonus money. Again, your money is, stabilizing, or it's about to be stabilized. Risk-taking Geminis that do the gambling. You got two tens here. That's very auspicious energy. Almost forgot that to mention that. When you receive two tens, two aces, very, very positive energy here. Yeah. So if you're the risk-taking Gemini that likes to do the casino runs, play the lottery, scratch offs, or whatever, just play responsibly. This is big money. Okay, big money. Up next, now we have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, in this instance, is where you're focused on something or someone. Gemini, you have to put your energies in her place, and you're very passionate about it. Could be a relationship, could be a new job, could be almost anything. But she normally goes after whatever it is that she's focused on. So it's like definite high degree of intensity, passion, and of course, she is the court card here, an actual person, so it could be expression of sexual energy, and it's usually, positive. Any Gemini that I'm reading for that's creative and artistic, she'll send a burst of energy in to help you along your creative path. All right, so that's the Queen of Wands. Following the Queen of Wands, and your last card is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups in this instance here, it could be that you're feeling nostalgic this week about something from your past, childhood memories. You could be also memorializing someone who is no longer with you and they're now in spirit. And the dates that would be associated with that would be May 5th to the 12th or 13th. And that could be anything involving their birth dates or their passing dates. Also, the people who are still alive that could be around you, family members, friends, or people that you may have been linked with romantically at one point in time in your life. They may be thinking about you and reaching out this week, so don't be too surprised if you hear from them. All right, so this is what I have for you this week, Gemini. As always, just me interpreting these messages here for you. Take what's going to work for you, leave the rest alone. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me. Have a safe, great week ahead, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.